Alright, it's finally time. Hello everyone, this is LW Gaming, and welcome to the brand new installment of Future Langrisser. Today's date is the 21st of November. By the time when this goes live, it's the 25th. And funny enough, November 25th is actually my birthday. Quite a surprise here. Well, I don't know, I have a feeling this is going to be funny in some ways, but of course, at least for me, at least. Like, I did not expect myself to record this edition on the day of my birthday. Like, what in the world is this? So, anyways, enough rumbling. Let's talk about the new heroes coming to Australia, or known as Langrisser. And there's going to be two new ones. And of course, there's going to be something else that'll be coming up soon, which we'll talk about later. So, anyways, let's get right into what those two new heroes are about. Anyways, first off, let's take a look at the first new hero. The first new hero is Randall. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce the name here. Unless I'm probably misspelled it, but let me check. Okay, it's not misspelled, so that's the right spelling. Okay, so anyways, Randall, she is a mage and demon class, which is interesting, and also she is a magical DPS, which of course she does have like a good amount of AOE on her in her arsenal. So she has Dark Reaper, which most of the mages do. Most of the dark mages do have them. Black Hole, self-explanatory, and also Dark Dragon Breath. So she also have other skills that she come with, which I think I can imagine it will be much more powerful than those common skills, which I won't be showing here just yet because it's a CN after all. See, I don't usually reveal too much in CN, just to let you know. And her factions is part of Dark Reincarnation, the Less Legends, and Strategic Masters. And hey, Dark Reincarnation, meaning my Blades account can take advantage of this unit. And then for the other character named Hibiscus, I think it's called Hibiscus. I don't know what kind of name that is, but it sounds like a succubus or whatever. Succubus's name, I think. Hibiscus is a archer and assassin, and her role is physical DPS, and she specializes Scar Ignore and also assassination. If you think about it this way, so I can imagine that she's gonna be another unit with like Gar Ignore. Oh my goodness! And her factions. She's part of a Dark Reincarnation, Meteor Strike, and Mythical Realm. And hey, another unit from the Dark Realm, or Dark Reincarnation, I mean. So that means Blade is going to take advantage of both heroes this time around. Last time it was Ymir, and only him. Celica sadly is not Dark Reincarnation, which is makes sense because she's not evil, I'll say. But for these two, adding to my Dark team is going to be big thing for it. But of course, as long as I have enough resources to summon either one of those two. Because, Dragon Slayer do usually drain a lot of resources, usually. But if I'm lucky, I might end up getting someone that's actually really good. Like a LR Hero Dragon Slayer. Hopefully, when that time comes, I will get these characters added to my team. Of course, for both, maybe for both, but I don't know. I might not need them on my main account, actually. But we'll see. But however, there's something I am missing here. You might be thinking, well, how about that new SP? Well, the thing is that the leak I talked about earlier in the community post regarding the SP hero coming. Well, in this update, we'll be seeing the new SP, and you might be thinking who it is. Well, I can tell you it's pretty obvious. The only character with the twin tails hairstyle, and that character is not other than the the healer from Langrisser 3, aka TRS. Yep, TRS is finally getting SP in this update. And her SP, I gotta say, is a significant upgrade, just like Almeida SP class. So, anyways, for TRS, her SP class is a holy class, which is pretty nice. And her role is of course a healer, which of course will be better than her original form because in this form she will come with like two new skills, SP skills as usual. And also over here I was thinking about showing a bit of her skill kit and let you know what kind of soldier she'll be getting in this one. So anyways, her talent basically let her have the after combat healing buff, which is the same thing that she has originally. But I will say it's slightly weaker, but of course to compensate that because she has other skills that can does like a lot more. than just healing, you know? She also comes with a healing shield, which will work like any typical shield, and this will absorb damage, which is pretty nice. This is exactly what she needed for healer, you know? Like Tiaras, she's been underused nowadays, so having Tiaras getting SP is actually gonna be a big help for her. And also, the more allies she heals with like a skill or whatever, the long like her one of her skill with the longest cooldown will be reduced by 1 turn each for each ally healed, and this can be done up to 3 times. There's 3 times at once, so that means 3 turn cooldown reduced, which is pretty nice. And also, her 1C passive increases her range to 4 attack range, which is pretty insane because I think although she's not really the first one to get the extra range as a healer, Selka got it first. And also, while you have her 1C equipped, her damage will be increased to 1.5 times the usual. So yeah, not only Tiaras is a healer of like with long range, she's also capable of attacking enemy units as well. And also soldiers will attack with her, which will make sense. And also it'll heal allies after that, and then it'll heal allies with a healing and healing shield after combat. So yeah, you can tell Tiaras is gonna be a house of healing, which is really nuts. Yeah, she totally deserved this because for one, she's been underused nowadays, like I said earlier. But with this, I could see Tiaras might actually make a comeback to Apex. Well, we just had to wait and see. And since Tiaras is going to be as crazy as Celica or maybe Bright Summoner when it comes to healing, I can imagine Tiaras might actually move from like, you know, being a being a waifu into, well, maybe she's already in the OP category, but I don't know. Well, maybe pick one healer into a banned category. I kind of feeling that that might be the case, but unless they make her as a no SP, but you can still use her SP skills, that will be fine, I guess. But I honestly don't think it will be too broken. But we'll just have to see. If it is too broken, then Waifu Wars host will have to, like, you know, either make her SP banned, but let her use her normal form. We'll just have to wait and see. And also, her new soldier for this one will be Fairy Spirit Prophets, which is great for her because, you know, she kind of lacks in damage nowadays, but with this new soldier, I can imagine she's going to be doing much better than her initial form. And speaking of which, let's talk about what's coming up next. And the next one is casting patterns. Well, you might be thinking, well, why only two? Well, funny enough, this update only introduced 2 new ones this time around. But that, even though there's only two, doesn't mean they're both bad. I just gotta say, the first one goes to Grenier, and I gotta say, Grenier's casting is a lot better because this one capitalizes his 3C. So, anyways, tenacity lasts this additional turn and increases the max stack by 1. After using My Time to Shine skill, all Legion of Glory allies gain My Turf special terrain on their positions. So, with this buff, Grenier basically put the flex on every Legion allies, which is pretty nice. Like, this is a nice upgrade for Grenier. So, if you have Grenier being used lately and you have his like SP or 3C unlocked, if you have all that stuff going for him, you're gonna have a nice time with this unit. Because, like, you know, granted he's been an underwhelming unit at the start, but now with his SP and also now with his casting, man, he's gonna be a big difference when it comes to Glory Team. And the second new hero getting a casting here is, of course, Tiaras. Well, last time Almeida got her SP before her SP even gets introduced. That was a big fumble for her. So this time around, Xenon is not going to make that same mistake. So they decided to release Tiaras' 3C, not 3C, Tiaras' casting around the same time as her SP. So that way it won't be as, as bad as, Almeida's case. So anyways, Tiaras' casting increases her int by 5%, which is better. Apply buff effects by her will last 1 additional turn. So this will be like any buff that she applies. So yeah, so it's basically like a built-in Jurgle plushie, but better. So as you can tell, this is gonna be really nice for Tiaras because Tiaras has been lacking on those buffs disappearing so quickly. Well, say no more because Tiaras is gonna have her buffs last one more turn for you, which will give you a better planning tool for whatever you need. But of course, her 3C cooldown will be very long, so you're gonna have to think carefully whether you want to use it or not. And finally, the next one we're gonna talk about is the new exclusive equipment. This time, this belongs to Zion. His is a weapon. Attack plus 10%. At the beginning of the map, gains Royal Fate buff. If Zion has Royal Fate or Destiny, and you might be thinking, how to get Destiny? Well, Destiny is from his 3C skill. If he has any of these, like Royal Fate or Destiny, he cannot be killed in one hit when actively attacking and entering combat. The movement type becomes Terrain Master. So yeah, I could imagine this only activate once, but I hope I don't think this is too broken per se. It's just that as long as he has Royal Fate or Destiny, he cannot be killed in one hit. So I kind of thinking this will stay on him. I don't think it's dispellable, so that's one thing I should think about. So let me take a look and see if it's dispellable. Okay, I just checked the Royal Fate buff and also Destiny. I think yeah, Royal Fate is definitely dispellable. So that means if your opponent has something that can dispel it, yeah, Zion is not going to survive. So yeah, this is not as broken as I thought because Royal Fate is dispellable. But how about on the Destiny will be, let's see. Yeah, but Destiny, however, I had to cut off the video because I need to check again. So anyways, Royal Fate is dispellable, but Destiny is not. So yeah, if Zion activate the 3C skill and have Destiny on there, yeah, you're gonna have a rough time against him because you cannot dispel his like Destiny buff at all. But his Royal Fate is dispellable. So if you see Zion Royal Fate buff on it, just dispel it. But if you see Destiny, brace yourselves because you won't be able to stop it. And also, of course, the movement type for him will become Terrain Master, which will make him even better when it comes to traversal. Yeah, Zion is gonna be a nice. He's gonna have a nice weapon because he's been underused since the start of his release, and I couldn't blame him because Zion is a new faction buff for protagonist, but unfortunately his kit is just awkward for the current meta. But with this new weapon, do I think it's gonna make changes to Zion's playstyle? Definitely, but do I think it's gonna be Apex worthy? We'll just have to see because I'm still a bit skeptical whether this will be effective or not. I could think of this will work in some scenarios in Apex Arena, but of course at least in Waifu Wars. But still, it's just a bit interesting that Zion's getting an upgrade here, which is anticipated because he's really weak apart from Tiana, which is the other hero released alongside him. So having him with the weapon is probably a good choice. And finally, before we close off this installment, there's some stuff we need to talk about here regarding banners. So we got a radar banner for Seraphina and Zion, which makes sense because Zion is actually getting an exclusive here. Jace and Joe and Connie will also be coming back from the past. I think I might be wrong here, but anyways, these two will be available again if you need any of these guys. And then we also have the Mythical Realm Destiny banner for Ashimar, Adengyelmo, and Mariandel. Meteor Strike Destiny banner for Andrio, Hoffman, and Gun. Classic Destiny banner for Rachel, Lana, and Tiaras. Makes sense since Tiaras is getting a casting here. Not casting. I mean, not just casting, but also SP. And then Divine Awesome Summon up until the major update of Zion and Tiana. Pretty nice. And that's about it from me. So hope you all have a great day ahead of you, and hope you find this video informative. And I'm gonna celebrate my birthday when that time comes. Well, if that was today, that is. So, anyways, see you all next time.